Good to see you in the second video on social contract theory Hobbes, origin of society. We have already discussed the first video on the topic social contract theory Hobbes, introduction. So now we will be discussed on the second part of the unit 2. Objectives of the study is the first one to find out the basic nature of individual from the perspective of Thomas Hobbes. Second objective is to articulate the concept of society and its relation with individual through the lens of Hobbes' social contract theory. And the third objective is to evaluate the origin of society and its value for the individual being that Hobbes have asserted in his thoughts. The nature of individual. Thomas Hobbes, an influential philosopher of the 17th century, he believes that society originated from a hypothetical state called the state of nature. In this state, individuals are entirely free and equal, but their freedom led to a constant state of conflict and competition for resources. Hobbes famously described life in this state as solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and sordid. According to Hobbes, people came together and formed a social contract to escape this chaotic state of nature. They surrendered some of their individual freedoms to a governing authority in exchange for protection and order. This social contract led to the establishment of society where laws and institutions were created to maintain peace and stability among individuals. Hobbes' view laid the groundwork for modern political philosophy and the concept of the social contract theory. According to Hobbes, individuals have desire to seek more and more power and are not satisfied with their existing powers. When people desire for the same thing, conflicts arises between them. It results in war and they try to destroy one another. Thus, we can say that there are competitions, destruct and glory. In the state of nature, individuals are selfish and they think only of themselves. There are no unity among the individuals, hence they were interested to protect their personal life only. Moreover, Hobbes' analysis serves out that all the individuals has two motives to attain in their life, such as appetite and the second one is aversion. According to Hobbes, appetite and aversion means the object of good and the object of evil. Good is appetite and aversion is evil. Humans can go to any extent for their survival. In man's natural state, moral ideas do not exist for Hobbes. Thus, he asserts that in human nature, good is simply a desire and what they avoid is evil. Evil is hate or desirable. Through this good and evil, he explains variety of human emotions and human behaviors. For example, hope, which is the approach of attaining good, but fear, the term fear, is not predictable as similar to good. According to Hobbes, individuals are fundamentally egoistic. There is no place for morality, goodness, rightness, etc. in their life. They are totally blind to see the value of moral aspects in human life. They are busy to think only about their particular survival. Later on, people have realization on peace which is mandatory in their life and therefore they come forward to agree some rules or law. This rule or law should be equal for all the individuals and equally benefited for achieving their peace. Thus, rules are governed by the authority so that everyone can follow the same rule for their safety. It develops their unity and make a good society to live mutually under the same state. Thus, their agreement form a contract which is called social contract theory for Hobbes. This is how thinkers develops their social contract theory. The word society and individual plays a central role in this theory. What is society for Hobbes? According to him, society is a collective agreement among individuals to form a commonwealth or political entity. Society is created as a means for individuals to flee the state of nature that Hobbes described as a condition of perpetual conflict and chaos. In society, individuals give up certain freedoms and powers to a ruler authority for security, order, and protection of their natural rights. The ruler, whether a monarch or a governing body, ensures law and order, thereby preventing the chaos that would prevail in the absence of such authority. Therefore, Hobbes proposed that a society without rules and laws to govern our actions would be a dreadful place to live. Hobbes described a society without rules as living in a state of nature. In such a state, people would act on their own accord without any responsibility to their community. There are some relationship between individual and society. According to Hobbes, the term individual refers to a particular human being who has three aspects, that is, body, mind, and soul. The individuality of a man can be viewed out of the coordination of these three aspects. Man, being a rational, social animal, cannot be viewed without a society. Their personality, selfhood cannot be developed without a society. A child's nature is revealed in his interaction with the society. So, every individual has relationship with society. It differs in terms of their social relationship to society. Regarding the relationship of individual and society, there are various theories which can be discussed by Thomas Hobbes. Such are individualism, collectivism or socialism, and organic theory. Individualism, the first theory, is about the various individuals that are living in a society. A mixture of individuals are independent of each other. An individual is free and is not bound by society. He is free from the society for his personal interest. But a society is not exist without an individuals, according to individualism. So, it is the group of individuals that forms a society. In spite of the independent nature of individual, there must be possibility of social feeling so that they can shape a society as well. Thus, it is true that if there is no social feeling, then the formation of society would have been impossible. According to Hobbes, an individual is the combination of two terms, that is, egoistic and altruistic. This kind of attitude of an individual cannot be predictable without a society. Without a society, the individualistic nature could not have developed mentally and socially. In such an attitude, the contract between the individuals is beyond imagination. Therefore, individualistic theory of the relation between individual and society is unacceptable. On the other hand, the theory called socialism opposed individualism. This theory supported by Plato and Aristotle. According to this theory, the individuals, after losing their independence, unite together and form a society. This theory accepts the view that a society can exist without an individual, but an individual cannot exist without a society. The development of an individual is based on the theory. Therefore, society controls over individual. This theory, socialism, neglects the existence of individualistic independence of the individuals without a society. But the truth is, only a group of individuals can form a society with their common likeness or goal. So, individual controls over the society, but not the society controls over individuals. The theory of socialism is also not accepted by some thinkers. And the third theory is called organic theory. According to organic theory, the relation between society and individual is organic, but not mechanical. The society has been compared to a human body. The way human body is the composition of innumerable cells, is the same way society is the composition of various individual beings. This theory accepts that both individual and society are interdependent to each other. Leslie Stephen and Herbert Spencer are the supporter of this theory called organic theory. This theory is not accepted by some thinkers too. There is criticism of organic theory, as we have discussed in organic theory, that society is not mechanical, but it cannot also be a living organism. There is no similarity between a society and a living organism. A living organism dies, but a society does not. According to Hobbes, an individual is referred to a particular human being who is incomplete without a society. Every individual is referred to as social being as they share a social relationship to each other. They are connected in relation to their likeness, goal, etc. Regarding their common issues, they have formed a society. It is impossible only because of social nature of man. Thus, it is individual who creates the society. The existence of an individual being cannot be imagined without a society. There are various views regarding the origin of society. One of such is social contract, which is dealt by Hobbes. Hence, the origin of society is a group of individual beings, and the theories of the origin of society is called social contract theory. As the origin of society, social contract theory is the voluntary agreement of people. They are establishing their authority to whom they surrendered all their rights. We can say that social contract theory established only to serve the peace of man. In conclusion, it is seen that the outcomes of social contract theory of Hobbes are: number one, a society and the ruler is established out of this contract. The ruler of the society is not bound by the terms of this contract. Number three, the people cannot go against the ruler, otherwise it would lead to violation of the terms of contract. Thus, they will get back to the state of nature. If the government dissolves, it will lead to the dissolution of the state. Let us sum up of the whole study. An individual is a particular human being. Individuals are incomplete without society. And a group of individuals sharing their common views and likeness which forms a society. Hobbes asserts that the nature of human in pre-social state is essentially selfish, who think only of themselves and want to protect their interest at any cost. And individuals come together with an agreement in the form of a contract is called social contract theory, through which they form a society. Hobbes believes in the power of the ruler. The relation between the individual and society is that of interdependence. According to individualistic theory, an individual is free and not bound by society. According to the theory of collectivism, a society can exist without an individual, but an individual cannot exist without a society. The organic theory states that the relation between individual and society is organic and not mechanical. Dear learners, there are some questions to check your progress of the videos that I have discussed. Question number one is, what is the meaning of the term individual, or what the term individual indicates? Question number two, what is society for Hobbes, or what is society for Thomas Hobbes? What is the meaning of society? How society differ from individual? So number three is, what is individualism and socialism? So here now question number three is about individualism and socialism. You must have to have idea or knowledge about individual and the society. Then you can find out the differences between individualism and socialism, and hence you have idea about individualism and socialism. And the number four is, what is collectivism? What is collectivism according to Thomas Hobbes? And number five is, analyze the organic and natural law. Question number six, what is the relation between individual and society? There must be some relationship between individual and society. We have already discussed in our study. So you may find out the relationship between individual and society. Question number seven is, what is the state of human? What is the state of human, or what is the nature of human according to Thomas Hobbes? Thomas Hobbes already discussed asserts about the state of human, so that you can easily get the point about social contract theory of Hobbes. And the question number 8 is, what are the two motives to be achieved by every individual? So here are some further readings, that is there are some list of books given in this video. The name of book is An Introduction to Politics, written by Shivnath Chakraborty, and second one is Western Political Thinkers, that is written by Sanatan Paul and Dhrubajyoti Das, and the third one is Guide to Social Philosophy, that is written by Jagadishwar Sanyal. The Origin of Society, another book, that is written by Charles Eliot. These are references books. You may go through this list. So thank you.